My name is Zoe, and I'm an SEL expert at TomoClub. In our sessions, I teach social emotional learning skills to students through gaming. And I just think the gaming medium is such a wonderful way to teach these skills. Through the games, they get to practice, sharing responsibilities as a team in order to get to new levels. They practice communicating effectively and respectfully, even when, they're feeling frustrated or overwhelmed. They have chances to lead and to be led. We practice empathy and decision making and planning ahead, and so much more. Even after a few sessions, I see growth in my students. Those who, weren't confident in their leadership skills at the beginning are now becoming bold and responsible leaders. Students who tended to get overwhelmed easily are now starting to practice those techniques that help them regulate themselves and to move forward without giving up. Eventually, I even start seeing students share how they use their skills outside of class, which is really what we're aiming for. One of my favorite stories that was shared was a student telling me how they had used their second order thinking over the weekend. And second order thinking is our secondary thought processes that allow us to evaluate the potential outcomes of our decisions. And so this student gave an example of how his dad was going to offer him $20 every time he jumped into the super freezing pool on a pretty cold day. And so, his first thoughts were, duh, I'm going to jump in. I want $20. And, then his second order thinking kicked in and he said that he, kind of sat there and decided, is this a good idea? And eventually he decided, absolutely, he's going to jump in. And so he did. And then he jumped in a second time. And then he said that his second order thinking was telling him he probably shouldn't jump in a third time. And I just thought it was a really funny story of, a really realistic chance that he was able to use that skill, and it showed the depth of understanding that he had for that subject. As a teacher, I love working with students in an environment where students' emotions and personal growth comes first. And it's really a unique experience, as we don't often have as much time to devote to that in a traditional classroom setting. And TomoClub is an environment where we can turn difficult moments into growth experiences for the whole class.